from PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, totes at parades, floats at parades, boats on parade, or boats at parades, coats. If you go to a parade, Thanksgiving Day parade, here's the thing, wear a coat. All coats at parades. But I don't know. I'm recording this intro ahead of time, so I don't know what the weather of the parade will be. But here's the thing. Bring a coat, for sure. You could bring a coat in a tote. And then you say, Scoots, is this the Welcoming for a Sleep podcast or some sort of Seussian tangent? And I'd say, I don't know. How many Seussian floats were there? That doesn't rhyme with... Seussian float does rhyme with tote and coat. And you know, when I clean my clothes, the soap I use is Zote. It's time for sleep. If you're confused, I don't know I don't have a big enough vocabulary to do one last pun because I'm stuck in my vocabulary moat. It's time for Sleep With Me, a podcast that puts you to sleep. And if you hand hits the fridge tomorrow, go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors. This is how we're able to be here for you free twice a week. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots. I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as I can. I'd love for you to get those good feelings. The number one reason patrons become a patron, support the show, they pay for a free podcast. It really is because of the feelings they get. Not only are they a part of the podcast, being there for everybody, I don't know, they feel good about it. They feel good about giving back for the sleep the show provides them and knowing, hey, this is a two-way street. But I think more than that, they feel like a rebel. It's so rebellious, paying for a free podcast. You know, they really, patrons don't laugh about it either. They say, you know, we're paying for all the hard work that goes into the show. The fact that you've put out over 1,000 episodes, that's why we pay for the podcast. And also because we get a lot out of it. We spent thousands of dollars on other sleep stuff that never worked for us. But really, in the end, it comes down to those sweet, sweet feelings. If you want to feel good, if you're you're in a position to do so, think about supporting the show, $5, $10, $20 a month. Become an annual patron. You'll save a month on your subscription and you'll feel like a rebel with a cause. You could sign up at sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron, Patron. You could also check out all the rewards and stuff, but do it for the feeling. Do it for the rebellion. If you get a lot out of Sleep With Me, but you say, man, I want to get more. I want to get some good feels. I get good sleep out of it. I want to get good feels too. Support the show. You'll be a part of something huge. That's not just helping you. It's helping so many other people. And a lot of people do benefit from the free show. So think about it. sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. Sleep With Me podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. And we talk about BetterHelp a lot on this show. And this month I'm discussing some of the stigmas around mental health. I use therapy every single week. And there's this thought out there that you should wait to go to therapy until things get really unbearable. And that just isn't true. Therapy is a tool you could utilize before things get worse. And it can help you to avoid those lows. It's a part of my ongoing well-being. And, I am a real believer in therapy. And in the past, I've heard people teaching the idea that mental health, it shouldn't be a priority in your normal life. You should wait until something comes up, but that's wrong. You take care of your body at the gym, you watch what you eat, you go to the doctor for checkups, and focusing on your mind and your emotional well-being is just as important. And believe me, I'm talking from experience and also from experience of recommending BetterHelp to people in my life because it's so accessible. It's so easy to use. It's so easy to get started. It's so easy to go past some of those stigmas and to prioritize your well-being. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try to see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy, and Sleep With Me listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sleepwithme. That's BetterHelp, TTERHELP.com/sleepwithme. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, it is time to talk about the Sleepy Supporter Zone, or actually do the Sleepy Supporter Zone. The one part of the podcast in each year, it's where I pop my peas. If you please, I thank the listeners who supported the sponsors, who used our codes, who shared about it on social media. The sponsors are the key to these free episodes twice a week, and those over 400 episodes in our archives you can get access anytime for free on any podcast app. And I want to thank Jackie, who supported Helix, let Helix know about it, used our code, used our link. Thank you so much, Jackie. Jackie also filled out the form at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors. So if you support a sponsor, Native, HelloFresh, BetterHelp, some of our newer sponsors, tried a free trial. Please, if you support a sponsor, let me know about it. Let them know about it. Just like Jackie. Thank you so much, Jackie. The second part of the Sleepy Supporter Zone is you getting the support you need. If you're in need of extra support right now, use the links in our show notes. There's international resources you could connect with right now. It's also about supporting the members of our community with our actions, saying Black Lives Matter, saying stop AAPI hate, saying, hey, let me support the members of the community I live in, the communities around the world, the communities around the show, the other people sleepless in the deep, dark night. We're all in this together. There's resources where you could learn more and organizations you could support in our show notes. It's also about supporting other podcasters for me, and that comes down to Sleep Whispers, one of my favorite sleep podcasts, one of my favorite sleep podcasters. That's Sleep Whispers. I want you to open, if you open up your podcast app right now, you're already listening. If you're just chilling in bed right now, and type in Sleep Whispers, hit subscribe, and let me know about it. If you've checked out Sleep Whispers, I want to thank you in next month's Sleepy Supporter Zone. So let me know about it, and let Craig and Harris at Sleep Whispers know about it. So if you've checked out Sleep Whispers because you heard about it on Sleep With Me, let us know about it. It's Sleep Whispers in your podcast app of choice. Amazing podcast to whisper you off to sleep. And that is the end of the Sleepy Supporter Zone. Oh, Mystery Bart, a lot of people help out on this show. Who are they?
Poster song sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at jonathanmann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support dear Scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Anna like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mystery Bard. Don't forget to get those custom sleep phones. The only place you can get them is sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep-phones. What do you say we slow it down and get on with the show? Hey, you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it with a bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever's keeping you awake. It could be thoughts you're thinking about, thoughts on your mind, past, present, future. It could be feelings, anything coming up for you emotionally that you're experiencing. It could be physical sensations, changes in time, temperature, routine, travel. You could be visiting, or you could have visitors, or, whatever else is going on, whatever's keeping you awake, whatever it is. I'd like to take your mind off of that and keep you company so that you can fall asleep. I'm here to help. Now, if you're new, a new idea that I may or may not have followed through on, sleepwithmepodcast.com/new. No. SleepWithMePodcast.com/sleepwithme. Actually, I don't know. I had it written down, and I guess I'll lean into my mistakes. New listeners, episode guide, SleepWithMePodcast.com. The good thing is I can change it around, so I'll come up with something here. Even episode guide, member guide, new listener. It's not that, for the time being, let's go SleepWithMePodcast.com/new. It's supposed to be like starter episode. I can't remember what we called it. I was talking with Charlotte, and I said, okay, what? And I said, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. SleepWithMePodcast.com/new. If you're new to the podcast, that'll give you kind of like an overview and some like a listener guide or something. But I did get mixed up. Whatever's keeping you awake, I'd like to keep you company and take your mind off of that. And the way I propose to do it is to send my voice across the deep, dark night. By the way, you could just visit that website tomorrow. Maybe it'll even exist. I'm going to send my voice across the deep, dark night. I'm going to use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, superfluous tangents, which means I'm going to go off topic. I'm going to get mixed up. I'm going to have imperfect sound to my voice, all to take your mind off stuff and keep you company while you drift off. The reason I make the show is for you. Now, hopefully the show helps. But when I say I make the show for you, it's because you are important and your sleep is important and you deserve a good night's sleep. You're the most important person here. And I want to remind you of that because you deserve a bedtime that feels restful, that doesn't feel like it's rigmarole based, that you could look forward to, a bedtime you don't dread. And I hope I can provide that, but at least I can remind you that if you already don't like the show or another website, but it's sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. That one I've been saying for a while, so easier to remember. That has other sleep podcasts and stuff because your sleep is important whether this show helps or not, though this podcast does take a few tries to get used to. It's reported by hundreds of thousands of regular listeners that they said, took 2 or 3 tries before I got used to the show. Took 5 times before I realized this podcast doesn't make any sense in a good way. But the first thing I always want you to know is you're important and you deserve a bedtime that feels good. And I know the other reason I make the show is because I know how it feels. I've been there in the deep, dark night, tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep. So if I can help you and you're dealing with something I can relate to, that's important to me too. So those are 2 important things. A few other things I want to let you know about is, one, this is a podcast you don't really listen to, which can be really hard at first if you're new or you're skeptical or you're doubtful. You might be waiting for it to start, waiting for me to get to the sleepy stuff or, to do some sort of countdown or have some wind chimes or mystical music. And this show's more, you're mystified than it's mystical. It is based on an important thing, you getting the sleep you need, but it's more cloaked in mist. It's more of me wandering around in mist or wandering around the game of mist or wandering around looking for, where'd I put that box? I thought I owned the game Mist. Oh, no, it's Riven. But what about Mist? Don't I own that? And then I get Mist and Riven mixed up. And I say, wasn't that going to come back out on Game Pass or as an app or something? And I say, oh, wait a second, I'm doing a sleep podcast intro. So when I say this is a podcast you don't really listen to, it takes some getting used to say, oh, you just kind of talk in the background and I could kind of listen to you, but you're really just here to keep me company, make the deep, dark night feel less lonely, and to give me some other thing other than what's keeping me awake. To listen, you say, oh, I can just kind of barely pay attention to your voice. And yeah, I can kind of follow you as you look around your apartment for that old game box that you haven't had in 30 years. So there's zero chance of you finding it. And then you remembered that Mist was probably only 20 or 15 years old. So just a teen, Mist, Just don't forget it. Don't get it twisted. Missed. I'm just a teenager, maybe. Or it could be 21 or 20, maybe, I don't know. Missed. No idea how old I am. And I can't count on Scooter for remembering. Also, I was once a computer game, if you're wondering. But also, right now, I'm an apt metaphor for Scooter and how you just kind of barely pay attention to him. Just like you were watching The Mist is how you listen to the show. Or Fog. You say, oh, that mist doesn't look half bad. Not really taking any shapes, but I don't mind the shape it's in. So that's the show. You barely listen to it. Also doesn't put you to sleep. I'm here to keep you company while you drift off, to be your companion, your boar bae, your boar bud, your boar sib, your boar bestie, your boar bruh, your neighbor, your boar burr. All so that you could fall asleep while I do the talking and keeping you company. Now, if you can't sleep, I'm here to the very end to keep you company. I'm here to keep you company whether you're listening to me or not. That's the great news. So those are things that are important. Also, I like to go over the goals of the podcast and the structure of the podcast because those are kind of intertwined and it can really throw new people off. Once you get over the big humps of this is a podcast you don't really listen to, it doesn't put you to sleep, it's got creaky dulcet tones, a lot of pointless meanders, never gets started. Once you get past all that, then there's a structure, which, again, if the structure isn't for you, check out the shows at sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. But the structure serves a very specific purpose. There's a greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And that's so you feel seen and welcome, hopefully. And oh, okay, this podcast can be a little bit silly. It's seeing me, it's welcoming me in, but it's also a different taste than something straightforward and serious. Then there's support. Support for the podcast, because I want the podcast to come out twice a week for free on every platform. And that makes that possible. Then there's support for listeners if you're having a tough time right now, for communities around the show. So that's the support. And then there's the intro. And the intro goes from, 6 or 8 minutes into the podcast till about 20, 25 minutes into the podcast. And it's where I introduce the podcast every single time, 1,000 times at least now. Unsuccessfully, kind of, but for a purpose. Because most people say, when is this podcast just 30 minutes of you talk and then it starts? And I say, no, it's always going. Never started, always going. So the intro is a show within a show. So it serves the purpose of welcoming the new listeners and then me trying to say, well, I could do that on a website too, but I already forgot what I was going to say. So we'll just leave that for later. But it's also for regular listeners or even new listeners, it's a part of people's wind down routine. A lot of stuff around sleep is not straightforward, but I think there's a pretty big consensus that having a wind down routine, having a period of transfer between when you're awake and when you're asleep, is a very important. And it's also enjoyable. I found that having a wind down routine is one of those things I enjoy so much, I've decided to start procrastinating on it. You enjoy something, and it's good for you when you procrastinate. But it is really something I enjoy, and it helps for me get a good night's sleep for the most part. It doesn't work every time, but it gives you some space between being awake and being asleep. So some listeners get ready for bed. Some people do something relaxing. Other listeners are in bed getting comfortable. A smaller percentage of listeners are falling asleep or skipping ahead. But at first, just kind of see how it goes and see if you can use the intro as part of your wind down routine so that you could go into bed for a smooth landing. So that's why the intro goes on and on and on. It's a show within a show. Feels like it's never going, but it always is. Always going nowhere. Sleep With Me podcast. So that's the intro. Then between the intro and the story will be more business. That's how we come out twice a week for free. Then there'll be our story. Tonight will be a recap of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It'll be a lulling recap. It'll have a lot of the popular characters and guests from the show. And it'll be, full of tangents and, boring analysis. So you could sleep to it, but you could pay attention if you need some company. And then the podcast ends with thank yous and good nights. So that's the structure of the show. It's why I make the show. I'm really glad you're here. I really work hard on the show, and I really yearn and I strive, and I really hope I can help you fall asleep. Thanks again for coming by. And here's a couple of ways I'm able to do it for you for free twice a week. All right, everybody, it's Scoots talking about my air doctor, my constant companion, whether I'm working, whether I'm sleeping, I'm spending quality time with my daughter, I'm cooking dinner. My air doctor is there providing clean air, but more importantly, peace of mind. You know, I have allergies. I live in California, so, we've dealt with a lot this winter. And, more and more people are coming to visit this time of year. We're inside most of the winter, but I do not have to worry about it because I have my air doctor. It really runs 24/7 in our house. That's why you got to check out Air Doctor. Air Doctor makes professional quality air purifiers that remove both particles and toxic gases. Air Doctor uses medical grade ultra HEPA filters that have been independently tested to remove 99.99% of tested bacteria and virus, plus virtually everything else, including pollen, dust, and smoke. And with Air Doctor, you don't got to worry about noise. Air Doctor uses their exclusive professional WhisperJet fans that are 30% quieter than the fans found in ordinary air purifiers. It takes the guesswork out of clean air. With Air Doctor's auto mode, it uses a laser air sensor to detect air quality and automatically adjust to the correct filtration level. And again, I breathe better, I sleep better, and I have that peace of mind because I know the air in my home is filtered from all that stuff I don't want to be breathing, and I don't want my daughter breathing it. I mean, I just breathed right through my nose right there. You couldn't hear it because there's nothing in my nose. It's so clear. Hold on, I'll do it again. So get yourself an Air Doctor. Air Doctor comes with a no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't love it, just send it back for a refund. Just go to airdoctorpro.com, and you got to use our promo code SLEEP. You'll receive up to $300 off, and we'll get credit. The only way is if you use that promo code SLEEP. That's right, up to $300 off, but only if you go to airdoctorpro.com and use that promo code SLEEP. Thanks, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is your friend Ray here with the Thanksgiving Day Parade. 95th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We're doing a recap. I'll be here with Bernie the Butterfly and a few other friends doing some summaries. And it starts out with a little bit of a segment. We see Willard Scott. We see Pink Panther, Diana Ross. It happened very fast. So even some black and white balloons, alligator, roller skaters, people waving, happy children, Smokey the Bear, Snoopy. And, Rockettes, Bryant Gumbel, I think there, some hockey players, people built, and then we go, was that last year for Diana Ross? Or 2 or 3 years ago? Ray loses track. And last year, I think it was last year with Jimmy Fallon and Savannah when it was raining. I don't know. Ray does not remember, but you could always check the archives. Layla, Savannah, and Hoda, arm in arm, walking the routes. They didn't have a comedy open with Jimmy Fallon or anybody else. They had a shot in New York City, and then Savannah and Hoda walking past the front of Macy's together, arm in arm, which I thought was sweet. Who needs, no offense, but who needs comedy when we have someone to set the place at the table for us with Hoda and Savannah? And especially Hoda, because she was almost dancing. She brings the energy. They had matching white gloves on. And they're getting ready. Of course, they throw it to Al at some point. First, there's a bit of this is an advantage as things get platformed. So they do have your normal Broadway numbers, but this time they brought in a Broadway number from the Annie Live, which is going to be on NBC. This show will come out after it already happened. And so we get the performers come out of there, Daddy Warbucks and Annie, and then some dancers that I guess are the staff in a limousine. What do we got? Annie Live, Toja at last, Together at last. That's what they sing. His singing is very Sinatra. There's great dancing. There was one dancer standing in back, but then she started dancing with like someone. Oh, she did a solo? Is that what that says, Scooter? Scooter does everything. Then they do tapping, anything. And then they hug. Let me see if I could turn on the captioning here because that might help me. No captions available for this video. Holy moly. Okay, well, okay. I guess I won't be turning them on then. But so right now they're singing and dancing. It's delightful. I mean, I'm just trying to look here. Sorry. You know, this is Ray's first, it's been a while since I've done one of these. So, Scooter, I got a couple, I need a little hand here. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I couldn't get it to work. But so yeah, they start dancing, car solo, taping, anything, song will come out, the sun will come out. So they did a medley, penguins. Oh, there's a Penguins fan in the car window at one point, someone in a but now she's the Annie singing sun will come out tomorrow. We see a Pittsburgh Penguins fan is squared up in the window. And also a happy girl in a turquoise winter coat, jacket, great build at the end, holy singing. Then overhead cast shot, then we go shot of the cast. Then we go uptown to Al, the 77th Dancers Cheerleaders. Oh, he's at 77th Street, I think. Now we get Jeff Gannett, who took over from Amy Cool, who, you know, Jeff's doing better. He does look a bit like one of the directors, creators of Mr. Benioff. I mean, he strikes me a little bit as a Benioff. Just looks a little similar. That's what I always think of. I say, is that David Benioff? And I say, no, that's Jeff Gannett, the CEO of Macy's. And he's getting better. I don't know if this is his third year because I can't remember those things. We do miss Amy, though. But he had a good smile. This says Seraphim Leaf Reindeer. So I remember the Leaf Reindeer. Oh, scoff, that says. The thousands Macy's colleagues working on this parade. There's people with gold sticks. He says, are you ready? Ready, Jeff? Al is so good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a parade. And Al marches off. Then we have the teaser telling everybody who's coming. Kelly knitting Jamie. Lots of Jolly Green Giant. Selena Smith, that was Annie. Santa Claus. And other people. I don't know if Jeff really looks like David Benioff here when I'm looking at it playing. Also, if you have a chance to rewatch this, the Leaf Reindeer have great masks on. And I love the mask usage. Oh, those are, those gold sticks, Scooter, are, what do you call those, launches of, confetti launches. And they have leaves, or people have leaf aprons, or maybe the leaves are how they store the confetti. I wonder if I could watch this, if I'll see the confetti come out of the confetti launcher. She just looked down at the confetti. She double-checked her cue. Oh, there's like a bunch of confetti launches. Oh, boy. Yep, there they go. So much confetti. Oh, boy. And they also have confetti launches on the sides. Or maybe that wasn't confetti. I don't know. Lots of okay, so then they go to an ad. Then they go to like with celebrities, rock. I love what everyone loves, family. He was dressed like Scooter put a classical BAD double S printer. Elizabeth Berkeley. She talks by Rawl, Jenny. I don't know. I can't read the writing. Can't read this. I don't know. I can't read his writing. That's fine, though. Then we have the balloon lineup, live audience shenanigans, balloon lineup, live audience shenanigans. I don't think that's what that says either. Let's take a look here. Macy's newest. Oh, so they go to Al again, and he's like, he interviews the handlers of this balloon, this puppet balloon, Tiptoe. And it's a soft reindeer puppet, white. Oh, they all have white overalls on it, except for one person who, is The Rock talking, Kylie Richards. I don't know. I don't know what's good. Oh, we see a lineup of all the balloons here in a row. The bowling balls, Baby Oso, Snoopy. Can't tell what that next one is. Is that Dragon Ball Z? Then, SpongeBob, then something purple with big eyes. I don't know what that is either. I think that is Dragon Ball Z. Then Al interviews the handlers of Tiptoe the puppet. They're so excited. 11-person team. She's a wild one, they say. I don't know if it's a balloon or just a puppet. No, I don't know. Can't tell. They also had someone there, I don't know who, there was another person there kind of helping or watching. Leaking, there's a Santa Claus special effects. They say, we got Santa Claus on here, and they do special effects. They were actually, the Santa Claus effects were good. The other ones, not so good. Because Hoda, he says something, and we hear Santa's bells, special effect, pretty well done. Magic is on our way, 44 degrees. And then they do Moulin Rouge. And let's see, we got, who's covering Moulin Rouge? Thanks, Ray. It's me, the Gregor. It's 10 Tonys, 1899 Paris. Natalie Mendoza. It's a Melody. Diamonds, our girl's best friend. Holly, Oprah Cloves. Gloves, opera gloves, Ray. Scooter's writing is hard for me to read, too. Scooter also said, where do I get a sleeveless tux with opera gloves? Material Girl, all the single ladies put a ring on it. They sing Brick House, a flapper dance. Diamond, back into Diamonds, our girl's best friend. Very good dancing on this, Ray. Back to you. Thanks, Greg. Then we do more stars talking and plan a. Oh boy, I wish we don't have the closed captioning, but so I'm gonna have to paraphrase it here. Normally, I would try to quote directly, but Sterling K. Brown, holy moly, plant a seed of grace and gratitude, and lift it up. It was beautiful. I'll tell you what time to check. So you got it taped. You just go look at this and you'll be inspired holy moly. Like, talk about gravitas. I said Chrissy Metz goes, then Sterling K. Brown. Let's see what time that's at. 2047 into it. Just bone-chillingly inspiring. Macy's Balloons, Brutes on Bikes, then another show, I'm going to send it over back to the Greg to cover. X-rays. Next up is Six Wives of Henry VIII, maybe. Scooter did not put it. 500 years. It's Scooter. This, Ray, sorry. This was good. I would like to see this musical because it's creative. It, especially because Girls Five Ever performs later in the parade. These Six Wives of Henry VIII are kind of like a rock band, pop girl power cast, pure pop girl power, I think Savannah said. And they have a backing band, diamond behind, dance behind. No, that says... divorced, lost their head when, they got a haircut, passed on to the big farm, divorced, got a haircut, and made it. The live New York, make some noise. Everybody knows We used to be 6 ex-wives. We are one. Also, we see Wimpy Kid at some points. And it's good, Ray. Back to you. Oh, thanks, Greg. Then we have a Sing 2 teaser. Then we have Come Home. So these are all ads. Then we're back at 6th Avenue with the array cam. Just like your friend Ray, I guess. The array on the array cam. Al, let's see, come here. Oh, no. So Al has a helmet on. He's in his Roca cycle. And as always, Al is bringing the energy. He's he has gloves on. He has his cue cards, which he's reading from while he's on a bike, high-fiving people. He's I've never seen anything like this. This is like a 5-tool player in sports. I don't know what sport that is. They say that's a 5-tool player. Al is a 5-tool player, meaning he's skilled at all. He brings the energy. I mean, like I said, somebody, I don't know. I was just so happy to see Al. Savannah loves it. Al's got the good energy. And then I'm going to send it back to the Grega. Thanks, Ray. We did the Wicked set up, Unlikely Friends. They set it up. They sing One Short Day, which takes place in Oz. And the costumes for this were brilliant, Ray. And, I know, I have a long history with Wicked. I'm a big fan. Emerald City. Also, you get a couple spoilers from people that don't know Wicked or the book. Like Scooter read us the book, The Wizard of Oz. So everyone has their glasses on. At some point, our heroes put their glasses on as well. Fans, neon colors, gowns, green glasses, a Wizomania sign. Amazing dancing. I love how big they had to cast, too. 3 tags, doll dances, long needs. Love the huge cast. I don't know what that means, though, with Scooter. 2 guests, best friends. The wizard will see you now. So, yeah, go. I'll send it back to you, Ray. Thanks, Greg. So, yeah, Al's in his cycle. He's happy. He's waving. Then we do more stars. We see it from Kelly Clarkson, Scott Evans. Do more for your fellows. Don Johnson, give back. Stephanie McMahon, Chris Redd. Oh, I see. I'm watching it. There was a Three Stooges dances at the end. And Scooters, someone has said those were Ozians or something. They look like, and they have extendable necks. Sorry, Greg, you didn't have the tape running in front of you. A little bit tougher job than your friend Ray. But yeah, we hear from some of the stars, and then I'm just trying to skip the commercials here while I'm here to comfort you and put you to bed, eh? And Kelly Clarkson, as other people. Then we see a dino. I think that's an Apatosaurus, not a Brontosaurus. Al says it's 44 degrees. Could not ask for a better day. We see clowns. We don't see no appearance from Butter at all this parade. Al does cross paths with an intense clown, and then he was FaceTiming. I really thought he was going to FaceTime with Butter. And this was a missed opportunity. I mean, maybe the person who played Butter was not available. But I hope people on social media at least said, where's my Butter? Where's my Butter with Al? I mean, there's a fireman, but he's not, no offense to the fire clown, but he's no Butter. I mean, how good do you have to be that BTS makes a song about you? Oh, that's not the same Butter? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It might be. But then Al takes a FaceTime, a call from President Biden and Dr. Biden, the First Lady. And I don't know if that was like a lot. I mean, obviously it's prepared, but I don't know if it was live or not. Either way, again, 5-2 a player. You know, who takes the call in the street from the president of the United States? Al Roker does. And he has to be on camera the whole time. He's doing no offense to President Dr. Biden, but for entertainment purposes, Al's having to do all the work. So if you watch him on mute like I'm doing now, you could see it back, always up, pal. He does compliment Al on his energy. Santa's coming, Mr. President. Where's butter? Savannah. Another great coat. Savannah's got a two-tone gold, and I'd say a rose color. My gift, 7 trains of gravy, inescapable, pre-recorded. I don't think any of that's correct. I think this is a music video. Is that what's next? Is the setting it up? So this one's a pre-recorded video. They do these from time to time. I don't know if they do one every year. This is Carrie Underwood. Oh, it seemed like it was on a car commercial set. I mean, no offense, but that's what the set looked like because we've just been adjusted to that. But she did a wonderful job and just a little bit, this is not the parade for me. This is like a parade segment. Okay, she's still singing. She's singing her heart out. I mean, that's good. And we'll be listening to the album over the holiday season. It's just one of those things. I'm like, technically, I'm not sure if a pre-recorded segment. There's a rock. I don't remember that balloon. Seeing it during the parade. I don't know if we have that. That's a rock in a holiday sweater, young rock. Oh, because it's not real, I don't think. Well, that's a little bit troubling because, yeah, I don't think that's a real balloon. So, unfortunately, NBC seems to be pushing it a little bit too far, which, if you're going to have a balloon of The Rock, just get a balloon of The Rock. Don't make a fake balloon. I'm sorry. I just said, then they have, this was a bit of a downtime. Then they do something with more effects. Then they have the Olympians talking about the holidays. So a bit of there is you got to really, I guess they expect you to be distracted while you're watching this anyway. So let's see, pre-recorded car commercial. Then we see Grogu and Snoopy, Vernon Day. Oh, so that's all the Olympians, Vernon Davis, then ads with clowns, Al. He's back on the street here. He's talking to people. He's working it. And Al with the crowds and fake ball. I don't know what that is. Gobbler, fake fireworks. Oh, then they do a beautiful segment here for Willard Scott, which ironically, Willard Scott was the first Ronald McDonald. He kisses Al. And they send him love, and you could tell Al even says he was a mentor to me. So shout out to Willard Scott. 11 years he hosted. Kisses Al. Then what do we got next? Mario Lopez looks good. It's good to put. So it must have been another host segment with other people from Saved by the Bell, I believe. And then Bill Nye, 34th Street, Hoda, Savannah. Let's see, there's Andy Cohen. He's got a gold roller skate behind him. Oh, so then we have another promotional segment for Annie Live. Again, I understand this. I mean, especially it's the parade. I wonder if you pay to be in the parade. I would assume you do at this point for afloat. But this was a nice segment just because they were talking more about working together and how exciting it is to play Annie and how much Selena Smith's enjoying it and how much a pleasure it is to work with her for Harry Connick Jr. And he's got I don't know if he has like a bald cap on or his head is shaved, but he looks interesting with that look. But she's wonderful. I am a big fan of Annie, so I'll check it out. Okay, then we have Dream Come True, Love the Look in the Dew. Then we have Jeff Gannett. Jeff Gannett's in the background. He sits very straight up. He's a very good posture on that Jeff Gannett. I'm watching him right now. He has the best posture I've ever seen. And then Rockettes, they kind of do a Busby Berkeley thing. Greggy, you have any other comments about that? Yes, that's good. It's a White Christmas, big band, jazzy style, very shimmery, very Busby Berkeley, like you said. They do great moves side to side as well. And the overhead shots, because they don't know if they're going to be shot straight on or overhead, and they're switching different angles. And back to you, Ray. Oh, thanks, Greg. So, yeah, then we go to a commercial. We come back. This is the first of 6,500 marches, 3 miles they've gone so far. So they all warmed up, and the parade starts to go through. We get motorcycles, merch is Dawsey, lots of confetti. I don't know what that means, Scooter. Let's see. I think, the Macy's dances, lots of confetti, like a tornado of confetti. Wow. Gobble, Tom Turkey, Macy's stars. So I think the first marching band is really good xylophone. We couldn't figure out if it was tape xylophone or live parade xylophone, because of the mixes they do. But either one, whoever decided to put that xylophone in there should get a raise. Tom Turkey spews confetti, gold balloons, those Macy's Star gold balloons. This was interesting. They had the Ann Richards School of Young Leaders in Texas marching stars. And they are marching band. They do Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And they were dressed warmly. Then we have Aida the Scientist. That's our first big balloon that's real, unlike the fake rock balloon, that they should have a real rock balloon. Oh, this is great. Yeah, Aida the Scientist. There's a pumpkin behind her. I just saw. Discover the facts, put knowledge into action. Then we have Green Giant. Oh, sorry. I got to send it over to, sorry, I've been stepping on my other host's toes. Let me send this over to Bernie the Butterfly. Yeah, Bernie the Butterfly, he is, how's he's doing? Yeah, we get a Green Giant with Little Sprout, Jimmy Allen singing there, and he does the song, Freedom Was a Highway, and they cut over him. Little Sprout gets a lot of things, but I didn't like it. But Bernie the Butterfly did not like it because they cut a song, but they did that repeatedly. And I guess they needed to stay on time. Yeah. And then we come back. Thanks, Bernie. We come back from a commercial. We have the First Peoples. They do a blessing and a performance. I don't know if they had any land use. I don't know if they did a land use acknowledgement because we don't have the, what do you call it? Closed captioning. But, yeah, so that was a nice little segment there. And that's in the second or third year they've done that I'm appreciative of, is saying, okay, let's say at least having a blessing of some of the indigenous peoples. But, I'll be honest, so I didn't get a chance to read about it to have proper background. Looks like the main performer was Siobhan Juanita Brown. And they had 3 layers of people there. Talking, and then the Otter Clan mother, Carol Wynn. And then they cut to Savannah and Hoda, but I don't know what they're saying. What do we got here? Oh, pirates in a new float. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tommen. It's Mikey. Thanks, everybody. This is Mikey here. And there's pirates with a new gravy boat from Heinz Homestyle Gravy Pirates. They're launching confetti as well. And you could fight dryness by pouring it on thick. And a giant, one person's holding a giant ladle. Then we have Hampton University, a celebration of finally Avenue and Sarah Wad. I don't know what any of that means. And then Ryan from Ryan's World, balloon, red, blue cape, a celebration of family is what that says. It took me a minute. The Hampton University Marching Force, a beautiful performance, so especially because they were so coordinated and really dancing, but they had, I don't know if it was like flag wavers. They had, I don't know if those baton twirlers and throwers and marching, dancing, so many. And then the Ryan from Ryan's World balloon. And, oh boy, Ray, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. It's okay, Gregor. It's Mikey. Oh, sorry, Mikey. So this is Ray here. I'm back. And yeah, Mikey hit the wrong button on our thing. So I'll be figuring this out here. We got some ad running, but I'm not sure what the ad is for. But yeah, let's go back to Bernie the Butterfly. Hey, Ray, it's Bernie the Butterfly here. How's you alls doing? Next up was a gold turkey from Genio. 29 dressing dances. St. John's is what it says, but they had three tiers of dances. And then I don't know what St. John's says, but, some of this is from Scooter. Maybe they said TikTok or so. No, from TikTok. But this was a good performance. Holy cow. Great jacket, too. Ty Verdes, or Ty Verdis, and AOK 2468. Who do we? AOK. I like this a lot. I really like the lyrics. I like his moves. His energy was high. He was having fun, and the dances were coordinated. So whoever did this planning of this float also did a grade A job. Making lemonade. It is okay. Then Papa Smurf's behind him, kicking up his heels. And then we go to a commercial. Back to you, Ray. Thanks, Bernie. Yeah, then we have 42nd Street, 45th season. We're at 52nd Street. See us coming together. Only pullets, la, 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 low. All in winter. Oh, so no, this is the Sesame Street. I'm sorry. So this was a really good one. I guess I get to comment on this. This was a good performance of Sesame Street. Just the puppets, no human beings. You know what I mean. But normally they'll have some cast members. And they were introducing some of the new characters, but this was a great song. La, 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 la. A lot of the songs had really good hooks on this parade. And see us coming together. Only puppets. Oh, that's what that says. All in winter clothes. And even Oscar at the end is not enjoying it. So this was a great one. Then we have, oh boy, Scooter, you're not making it easy on any of us. Paw Patrol Chase. So we had Chase from the Paw Patrol. And flying above, no job's too big, no dog too small. That's the Paw Patrol. The film came out. And then I'm going to send it back to Gregor. Oh, thanks. We had another really good performance here after Chase. Chase has like a siren or something on Chase's shoulder. But then the next thing was this beautiful, beautiful dancing performance, ballet and dance combined. First, Hoda and Savannah set it up. And I want to say the beautiful flowers on the set. They were autumn-colored flowers and roses. But yeah, the next up was a beautiful dance from the Ballet Hispanico School of Dance. And again, everybody was masked. There was fans. It was popping colors. And it's just something that swept me away from the parade, actually, in a good way. Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Greg. That was really good. And next, I'm going to send it to Tom and here with the next one. Well, thank you. Next up was Blue, who's been in the parade since 1999 as a balloon. And they had all the hosts, Josh, Steve, and Joe, singing. I see the Wimpy Kid, though, Scooter. So I don't know. Scooter might have missed a page here, Ray, because the next float is actually a Wimpy Kid. Oh, Greg the Wimpy Kid. Yeah, we missed that, but I've got it. Don't worry, Ray. He's a little bit deflated. 16 book Big Shot is out in 65 languages and new film, but he needs some air. Then we had Blue's Clues. They were dressed in purple, green, and blue. Hoo-hoo, can't spell blue without you. And another one with a good hook, as we've been saying, na-na-na-na-na-na-na, wow. Leave it all to you. And then there was commercials, so I'll throw it back to you, Ray. Well, thanks, Greg. Then we had a cheer, Spirit of America cheer, 500 strong. And something about Macy. So let me get to the tape here. Spirit of America cheer. They're doing it in front of Macy's. I think they're sponsored by Macy's. They have M's on. And then the big hip hop hooray, big city cheers float. Big city cheer. Is that what they are? I thought you said that was the cheer of America spirit. So then there's a float as well. Oh, yeah, with the big city cheer float with Miss Camille Schreier and Miss America 2020. And then I'm going to give it back to Bernie. Thanks to Bernie the Butterfly here, enjoying the parade. We had, after the just big city cheer float, we get Foreigner. With a gospel choir. Also note that they had probably the best dressed dancers, the most elaborate costumes, robots and dolls. This was a dollhouse type floats. None of us knew that Building 51, and it felt like Area 51 over here, because I said, Foreigner's back in the charts, but that's what they said at the top. So I don't know if this is a re-release or... And we know Scooter listens to Yacht Rock and Brene Brown listens to Yacht Rock, but I didn't know it was back. Maybe just with this choir, they put out a new album. But it was nice. It was nice. Then after that was, that's what they sang. I want to know. I want to know what love is, right? And then we had Boss Baby, Ready for Work. It was Boss Baby's second year, but hadn't been in the parade since 2017. Then we had have Macy's marching band, 50s awesome. I don't know what that note means from Scooter, but I'll try to figure it out here. There's Boss Baby. Oh, they're dressed as kind of red. But no, they're dressed like a marching band. Maybe they look like a little bit like a band from Music Man. Very large band. 50s awesome. I don't know what that means, Scooter. Oh, they have cheerleaders, drummers. Strike Up the Band is what they're playing. Toy soldiers with alumni from past 50 years. But I said, but the parade's only 49 years old or 47. I'm not even sure. And then I'm going to throw it to Mikey, who's going to talk about the next thing. Oh, thanks, Greg. Thanks, Bernie. Next was Tony, the band leader. which is not a giant balloon, a smaller balloon, but real, a bear and a band leader who apparently is part of Macy's new IP push with that Tiptoe and Tony. Macy seems to be developing their own IP, and maybe he even has a special. And then it got even more surreal. They were giving away free NFTs. And then after a commercial, we came back and they had 3 triplet dinos with the dino from the whatever you call that, energy company. 72 people, that dino and his versions of it have been in the parade since 1963. 185 something. And then we have the Union High School. I don't know. I can't read this, so I'm going to send it back to Ray. Oh, thanks, Mikey. I don't know what this says. Oh, wait, there was something about it. The Union High School, Decibel Drive, Oklahoma. Hats off. Union High School, Tulsa, Oklahoma bands. They have to run into place like a lot of the bands do. They're really good at doing that. But they have Oklahoma dances that take they have hats and everything. And they're really into it. So that was nice. Hats off. Mr. Raisin Scout, Dashing Birdland. Oh, no, this one's for Bernie. Thanks there, Ray. Yeah, we had Mount Rushmore, not Mr. Raisin Scooter. And we had the Black Hills. We have a country singer here, Chris Lane. I don't know about you. And at first I was, there's a lot of country and Bernie the Butterfly, I'm into boy bands and not exactly getting what I wanted, unless you could sit a foreign boy band. I mean, I was pleased with the TikTok Verdi's, but this was pretty good. At first I didn't want to like it, but I said he's into it and he's having fun. So I let my, preconceived notions about country music go. And I said, oh, he's doing a nice job. He's playing to the audience. He's there for them. Then it was Smokey the Bear. Did I say? Oh, also I was wondering, though, not in a judgmental way. Is the country have auto-tune? Is that a thing? Then South Dakota dances, they were good. He was good at waving and emphasizing. Do I kiss on the first date? Bernie does not. I would. I'd like to kiss a bottle of Gatorade. Smokey the Bear since 1944. And Al comes on the set there and says, so only you can prevent forest fires. Then we see some clowns and we go to a commercial. Okay, thanks, Bernie. And then when we come back, we got the Papa Smurf there and Fusion House Control. Oh, no, this is a fashion house coach with purple carriage and a lot of good waving and clapping. And a dinosaur, cutout with gold and a purple hat. People had gold cards. Oh, this was a singer, multiple hair flips. What I want, not when I want it. Kim Petras, kind of like a more over-the-top Madonna type song. I want someone else to buy it. Third time, Bleen from the Donger roll. I don't know what that means. But I don't know. I saw the crowd was loving it. And again, the kids sitting in the front, they were cute. Next up is that Dragon Ball Z? I think I'm wrong. I can't understand any of Scooter's writing here. Third time, Blue from Dragon Ball. Okay. Then Bonjoro, Louisiana. Oh, no, Bayou, Louisiana Office of Tourism. And Bernie, you want to take this one? Oh, yeah, my pleasure, Ray. Thank you. Because Jean-Baptiste was on the ground, in the crowd. This was one of the highlights of the parade. Great float, great dances, well organized. The float had a gator or a croc with an opening mouth, a little bit of Bourbon Street. They had stilt walkers. They also had clowns kind of separating their thing with the next one. Baby Grogu was in the background. But this was one of those great performances because, again, if someone's into the performance and into the crowd and doing a good job on the ground, though, this one, he spins around. He does a little hammer type of dance even. He picks up the saxophone, hands off his mic to one of the dancers, plays the saxophone, takes the mic back. It was great. It's definitely worth a rewatch. Oh boy. And again, very well choreographed. Some of these, I think, I don't know how that works. If the show pays a choreographer or each float does it. But again, oh boy, like this was as good as, I think, in my opinion, as one of the Broadway performances. Okay, well, that's some big, oh, wow, he's easy to make him, the audience was so into this, and his faces, like he knew he was on camera. Again, that's not a skill everybody has. So dancing sax and Mike Handoff, rolling along, then they say rolling along, have a ball bowling. And signature hairstyle and outfits, find your lane, let the good times roll. Oh, one of the pro bowlers has a signature hairstyle and outfit. 2,000 bowling centers across the country. And then next up is a scientist, I think, Cassandra. Let me see. Scooter's notes are very, very hard to read. But this Bernie was the closest thing to a boy band we got with the STEM float, Women of STEM from Olay. So do you want to talk about it? Yeah, Bernie the Butterfly here. You can't have BTS in the parade every year. You could, but you should. But I realize that BTS is very busy and very huge. So instead, we got a pretty good. I mean, not a boy band. I prefer boy bands also. So that's just Bernie's preference. I don't know. Ray probably. I would say Ray would prefer it too. Sorry, I'm looking. One of the cool things about this float, though, is the sparkling lights in the hair of the scientist astronauts. And I'm watching this unfold. Now, I liked a little, like they were the band was working the crowd at first. Also, like that some of the kids got helmets to hold, like they were an astronaut returning. And, we're getting the band, they're getting ready, they get in position. And I was not familiar with this group, before this performance. And I thought it was a very good song. Espa was the name of the band. I think AESPA, Espa. And for sure, I don't know what that means, but they sang the song Savage. Oh my gosh. Fast. They had a nice segment with fast rhymes. And they had like a good dance, good to get gimme now, gimme now. So again, I like the hooks. I like that they picked a lot of songs with good hooks. I just think that the energy of the performance was maybe they could have had them a little bit higher on stage because I don't know, but I'm watching it again now. This is my third time seeing it. I'm saying, okay, well, they're really in sync with the dancing. So, I mean, maybe it's just a little bit of a BTS, thing where, and again, the float was moving a lot of the time, and so they did not have the same advantage as some of the other performers, where they had a choreographed dancers with them. So I think it would have been a little bit better if they had whoever spots of the floater was in charge of it, gave them a whole crew, a dance crew. After that, we have Grogu, or as we know him, Baby Oso. But this is a toy version of Baby Oso Grogu from Fun Pop. And Baby Grogu's following along a ball. I guess the ball from the handle on the spaceship, though it's detached from anything. So it doesn't have a lot of it doesn't have as much context, because they said, is that supposed to be representative of an egg of a frog being? But then I said, no. So that's it. I'm going to throw it back to, oh no, there's another band, so I'm supposed to stay here. But let me see, because Scooter's notes are like, you couldn't even imagine. Fun Pop Oso Ball. So it's an ad baby. I love you, Al. Oh, Al is so excited. He says, I love you. The kid. Protect the child. Then we have 190 people from Brandsburg. I don't know, Scooter. They're doing a Cirque du Soleil song. They're very orange and autumnal colors. They have flag wavers with a little bit of a leopard print on the dress. And the band is, Brownsburg High School, Brownsburg, Indiana. Really good, though. Really good performance. Cirque du Soleil. I guess what they do, I didn't realize, it's the first 2 hours, they don't really play very many holiday tunes. And then in the last hour, that's when they pack it all in. And again, that makes sense, because maybe you'd get fatigue, like holiday song fatigue, or there'd be repeats. So I don't know. And they go together in a nice shape, the marching band at the end. Then Peanuts, Snoopy Doghouse, Fix O'Hall, Brains Op, Ram Trucks, Snoopy, this is 8th Design, Long Nong, Peanut. So at some point, Snoopy's going to actually go to space. Oh, Charlie Brown's hat's like very floppy over his face. But I guess that's a new style, which I don't understand, because Charlie Brown's head is kind of like iconic. If you say, what's the most iconic thing about Charlie? Okay, his shirt, then his face, and then his head. Okay, then we have Ovals, Raft, Zelo, Shock of Flaw, Balloon Ping, WTF, Star, Tragus, Falcon. Oh, boy. This was, totally. So it took me a second. I can reread Scooter's writing, though. Looks like Snoopy's jumping the balloon. Oculus Rift. This was ridiculous. No offense to the parade. But they had another special effect thing. Again, I understand if you're some sort of visual effects house, I go for it. And a Santa Claus special effect was excellent. But to have a kid put on an Oculus Rift, then they have this strange fake balloon Star Wars segment with a porg. And it's basically an advertisement. And I mean, but it's one thing to have a balloon you had to pay to make to have an advertisement. Okay, I'm willing to do that. Or I could see with The Rock, they say, well, it's our show. But this is a fake balloon, 2 fake balloons. Star Troopers are real, Stormtroopers. But then they have like the Millennium Falcon come in. And I just don't know about this. I prefer, it almost crashes into the butt of the Star Wars character, and then they pick up the balloon and they take off, but none of it's real. And you say, okay, we're just like, we're going to cut out all the balloons and put in fake balloons. Then there's a real Porg balloon, or is that a fake one too? I guess that's fake as well. So none of us are fans of that fake WTF Scooter put. Star, Trajan, Falcon. Where's Han Solo? I said, hello, Han Solo's gone forever. Oh, then we have a Lego float. Behold, brick something, turkey dragon. 6 bricks of Legos can be like billions of something. Sasharn, Chan, Colorfron. Be combined into 915 million shapes. Oh, 6 bricks of Legos the same size and color can be bound into 915 million shapes. That's some math. Then we have Zoe Wees. And this was great coat. I could have used, again, could we lift the Zoe up one more level? Because I think like having the float down, I don't know, but Zoe did a good working from left to right. Again, did not have the advantage of having a choreographed dances. I like how Zoe's outfit matched Zoe's hair. What else we got here? Her coat, great coat, good belting energy. Great waves. But again, they get cut off for Ronald McDonald, who's got a new balloon. The actual Ronald McDonald in a rubber shoe car is doing a hand heart. So does Grimace. Fifth Ronald balloon with a heart this time. Cruising into Van Dymes. Make your wishes come true. So I don't know what that means either. And, Jordan Fisher. Oh, so this is this Disney thing. Ray, you want it? Oh, Ray's going to have me take it. So we have Jordan Fisher, delightful, because we've seen him on some special. He's on a cruise, this is another new, now here's the thing. These two companies compete with one another, which I think is interesting. We have the Ronald McDonald balloon. You humans, I mean, you crack me up with this stuff. The Ronald McDonald, he's holding the heart. That's some funny irony to Bernie. So they have this Disney cruise ship. You got Mickey and Minnie, Goofy. I don't know if you got Pluto or Donald or Daisy there. I'll let you know. And the singing with Jordan Fisher, it's a Disney theme park type song, Sailing Together, counts, you can dream it, you can taste it. Tiana's there. Who else we got? Some other, I don't know who else. Look, there's people on the right side, you can't even see them. But you do have Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. I don't see Daisy. And it was a nice little song. I mean, Jordan Fish is very good. The cruise ship's very cool. And I felt like it was nice to see many singing. I don't know. I just saw 2 people up on a middle thing. Oh, that's Anna and Elsa, I think, there. I like Jordan Fish's earrings, too. And again, Jordan Fish is able to be pretty animated facially. So see, this is what I'm saying. Like, how come, is this people just with acting experience or was it more direction? I mean, understand because Jordan Fisher also has a coordinated dances things. I say, how about everybody gets that? I don't get it. I don't think you're doing good show for everybody if only half of the performers get choreographed dances. You either do choreographed dances for everyone or no one. No, I mean, I guess that's Ray's thing because it doesn't give you a fair. I mean, Jordan's doing very well, and I guess because maybe Jordan Fisher, I think maybe I'd have to ask Scooter's daughters probably does TV and singing. Okay, but they just sing about going on a cruise. A wish is all you need, and I put in a wallet over there. Jordan belts it, confetti and ribbons, and then I'm going to go back to you, Ray, for the next segment. Oh, thanks, Bernie. Yeah, I guess I do agree with you. This is your friend Ray here. We're getting close to kind of getting through this. This is one long parade. I may just go independent of the tapes. Then we get green, pink, and yellow dancers from the Laura Davis Spirit of America Dance Stars. 600 dances with masks on. Then Surf's Up, Kalahari, Big Splash, Colossal Wave Floats. Slide in, country-inspired rapper Nelly. And I said, I didn't know Nelly was doing crossovers with country stars. I mean, I just did not know. But Nelly sings a song a little bit, but it's a kind of a country hip-hop different from another popular song, a little bit. from a New Yorker, 50 Cent. Right? It was 50 Cent's New Yorker, right, Scooter? Scooter didn't write it down. But, because I said, wait a second, Nelly is going to cover a little bit, but it was a different song. Again, now Nelly's on a bigger float. So, yeah, Nelly had what Scooter referred to as his glove buddy on the slide there. And again, Nelly has a little bit more experience. So, and Nelly was a little higher up in the float. So, while Nelly did not have the advantage of coordinated dance routines with his supporters, he had his buddy kicking it back on the slide. He had great layers, beautiful coat, St. Louis hat. Then he had these sea kids going down the slide. So all in all, a great performance. Then SpongeBob came. Al was doing SpongeBob's voice. And someone said, Al, you inhaling the balloons over there? Then we had, SpongeBob has 2 new series coming out. Then we had SpongeBob Horns with Red Wall, Ronald, Real Nod, Metamorphosis. And this we'll just do from the notes for the rest of the parade here. So Ray will carry off with a little bit of Scooter poetry just because we ran so long. So lunch, very high, school parachute, butterflies, peacock, debut. Just for the fun of it, bird's eye view. Girls 5 ever, having fun. What are the dot dances with the solar panels? Gonna be forever. Gonna be 5 ever. What do you get? Gonna be forever. What do you want? 5 got smiles. So there was a witty lyric in the song, but I can't remember it now. But great energy from Girls 5 ever. That's a show we watch, or a program. Jump rope cardio kids jumping for joy for 2.8 miles. The Jumpers United. End on my rope, NHL Frozen Fun, Snowman goalie, Kids on Ice with skates, Mickey Guyton, something, puck spins, roller skates, ain't we all American? 30th anniversary of Sonic, the Blue Blur. I said, where's James Marsden? Friends of Unknown. Entenmann's Bake Shop, 1 billion donuts annually, 15 times around the earth. Andy Grammer, feels good to be me. That is a big rolling pin. I'm no good being you. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, na, 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 na. So again, good hooks or good, whatever. Ice cream cone, cake, Cracker Barrel store. With something. Merry Christmas, Torrin Wells. Nice shine. Scooter like hair. Oh, Scooter like hair. New take. Holiday songs. Bert runs into spin. Mission Viejo. Half a first flight. Half the kids were on the first airplane from Mission Viejo. Thinking Mustang, pure imagination with ball dances. Gracie Coe, winner of a scholarship. Papa Smurf is back, first time in 40 years on Nickelodeon. Humor, heart, and high stakes. 3 Apple, 4 stores. Kinder Joy. Fantasy Factory, 2 times the joy, perfect gift. Darren Chris, a very Darren Christmas. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. He uses a kazoo. He does great acting, obviously. Darren Chris, we talked about on the show before. He's performing the whole time, eye rubbing, creeping down the stairs. Happy Hippo, balloon. Then they have another Santa special effect. Elf pets, elf on the shelf, elf story, secret elves, sneeze a crack up. Somebody from the set, I think it might have been Hoda, was either sneezing or laughing. Then the Pop and Fresh Doughboy, 150 years, 17,000 cookies per hour. 3D calendar countdown, Hallmark Christmas, Small Town Christmas, Rob Thomas, Bike Toy Soldier, Blue Toy Soldiers. This sounds a bit like other songs. Like, Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All, I think. Centerville High School, something in a partridge in a pear tree, birds dances, partridge in a pear tree. Balsam Hill Deck the Halls, that ornament, ad, Acapella Toys R Us Kid. I guess that store's back. The Acapellaists or something. Jeffrey the Giraffe Toys R Us is back. At Macy's, Pokemon for the 25th, first time. Oh, it's the first time with Pikachu and Eevee. Or Evie, I get those mixed up. In a sled. What does that say? Confection Christmas in town. Square, 35 moves. Loafing Christmas in town. But Kelly Rowland, the most wonderful time of year. It was very good. Dancing, Santaland Express, 1932 parade for the Universal Macy's Parade. Pulling Macy's, singing Christmas Tree, colleagues, something verses. They're doing different verses. A Christmas Waltz medley passes the train, though, so the train was not pulling it. We wish you Merry Christmas is kind of how they finish it in this medley. Beautiful singing. Cats walking Tinto, dancing with polar bear. Oh, that was that Tiptoe, the dancing thing with a polar bear and penguin friends. It fears and all the feels they get. Then we have the $1 Million Band, 400 members, University of Alabama, but they have to run. They do Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Talking Heads, 220 women, 180 men in that one. Hoda's happy about the Bard's grand finale, Santa Claus, About Band Country, Wendy Scene, Mrs. Claus, Santa and Elf up top. Oh, with mask. The elf had a mask on. Snow paper, Santa sleds. This Santa, like, stood out. Scooter put it, stands like Brian Cox. So cool. Had magic combs in his belt. Santa's continuing dancing. Savannah notes it. So they both got a kick out of how much this Santa put into the performance. Happy holidays. Santa's still working it. Blows a kiss. End music. Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus. And that's the end of our parade coverage, everybody. Good night. All right. I want to thank everybody who reviewed the show recently on Apple Podcasts here. I want to thank Anxiety No More 213, great for an anxious mind. Just discovered this podcast when I was Googling how to quiet my racing thoughts, and I dealt with a lot, and I can't believe how awesome it is. I'll be a paying patron because of the relief I get. And I love you, Legos. This is I'm a kid. I listen when I get scared. And I also have insomnia, ADHD, which all combined means getting to sleep is hard. I turn on my tablet, I click a Ray episode, and I go to sleep with some help. Thank you, Scooter. AMG says, Dear Scooter, thank you. Many nights I've gone to sleep with this pod. Last night was my second night with a new puppy, and I was pleasantly surprised your podcast helped her, too. That's great, helping puppies as well. She was restless and yelping, but you calmed her right down. OD says, Scooter's a genius. Podcast accompanies the listeners via meandering, giggly, and wholly uncategorical. It was can't have trouble talking here. Tough to sum up charm from the land of thought to a sea of soft pillows and lullabies. Somehow vivid, but still forgotten. I've been slumbering through these odes to kindly oblivion for 2 years now. No more tears of unrest. Thank you, Scoots. Thank you. Pretty good. It comes from SG. This gets me to sleep and I never get to the story part. But they don't like the fact that there's ads, which is kind of, it's a conundrum. I can't be free without the ads, I guess. Sorox says a friend for Restless Nights started listening in 2016. It didn't work for me at first, but on a random day, a year later, I tried to return to it, and I've been listening ever since. Sometimes I listen during the day or when I'm in pain, and I'm grateful to have a boar friend. And I'm going to help as a rebel with the thing for sure. And Helene says, my whole family listens. My daughter loves bake-offs. My husband and I love all of them. Scooter's kind and sweet, and that helps puts us to sleep. So thank you, everybody who supports the show. Sleep With Me exists as a free podcast because the people that support it on Patreon or support our sponsors. And we grow as a show by people just spreading the word, even just about podcasting. But if you want to join our referral program, you can earn some cool physical rewards and audio rewards at sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. And as of when I'm recording this, there's over 400 episodes in our feed, free feed now, because of sponsors like these ones that are tucking you in now. Thanks and good night. Hey, everybody, as I tuck in here, I just want to let you know the most comfortable way to listen to Sleep With Me. 3 different models to choose from are sleep phones, soft speakers inside a soft, stretchy headband, nothing poking in your ear, nothing hard. You could get wireless version, Bluetooth version, and we have a bunch of different Sleep With Me branded versions at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones. And make sure to use our coupon code to save $5 at Sleep With Me. Go over to sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones and use Sleep With Me. Thanks.